Spooky! Good morning from the French Alps. Today I'm on tour. I'm heading off down the Gorge de L'Arly to see where 25 million euros has been spent on a new tunnel. And also, I'm off to discover a new col. It's one I've never been over before, and I didn't even know existed until about 3 weeks ago. And I think you're going to be pretty surprised about what it's called. If it's your first visit to the channel, I'm Mike, and I'm lucky enough to call the heart of the French Alps home. If, like me, you love everything to do with cycling in the French Alps, then you found the right channel, and please consider subscribing. So they say that the Gorge de L'Arly, or Gorge d'Arly, is the most expensive road in France to maintain. It's been closed for the last 16 months after a massive landslide and rockfall, and the result is the building of the tunnel. So I'm halfway down the Gorge de L'Arly, and this is what you get for 25 million euros. Brand new tunnel with no lights. This is where the old road used to go. This is the new road. So I'm going to take a run at it, hopefully with no cars about. I've got my back light on, and let's see how we get on. Spooky! Wow! Me! Wow! There's a point there where I couldn't see a thing, and I've taken my sunglasses off. That's shocking! This is Albertville, just the other side of the river. This was host town for the 1992 Winter Olympics. This morning I'm already in the little town of Conflans, which is above Albertville. So riding through the Gorge de L'Arly there was quite busy. It's the main trunk road between kind of my valley, like Solange, Cluse, to the Albertville valley, Eugène, Albertville, up to Montee de Bisanne. But now look, I'm on the col. Absolutely no traffic. I haven't seen a car yet. So I'm halfway up the mystery col. Anybody guessed where it is yet? I think the only person that might guess is Eric over in Seattle, as he did a lot of riding around Albertville a couple of years back. So this is looking over towards Annecy way. So Annecy's down that valley, Albertville's that way, and this here is the Col I. It's super humid today. I'm in a bit of a rush actually, because there's a thunderstorm due this afternoon, so it's already quite hazy, and I'd like to get home before I get a soak in. We're getting a bit Strada Bianchi. Oh, it's not too bad though. $1K to go. And the road surface has deteriorated in this last 2 kilometres. I'd certainly be careful if you were coming down this side, descending. A few gravelly patches, bit of grass growing through the road. So when I saw this col on a mate's Strava a couple of weeks back, I thought that's a pretty unimaginative name for a col. You know, it's not the Glandon or the Iseran or the Madeleine or the Glibier. But then, having ridden it, and seen 6 cyclists, about 5 cars, 1 UPS delivery van. I can now understand why they named it the Col de Cyclotouristes. So apart from the deterioration in the road surface a little bit there, it's a little bit gravelly, this is an amazing way to access from Albertville into the Beaufortain Valley in the town of Beaufort. It actually brings you out at the bottom of the Montee de Bisanne, which is a Tour de France regular and which is where I'm heading now. So instead of taking the main road up from Albertville up to Villars-sur-Doron, this gives you a climb of what, maybe 900 metres I think the climb was. And so quiet, it's unbelievable, and you're off the main road. It's brilliant. If I was in advertising, it does what it says on the tin. Wow, look at that. That's Mont Blanc, and the clouds are all starting to bubble for the afternoon thunderstorm. There's a fox. I'm 60 k's in, and that's brought me down to Villars-sur-Doron, and at the bottom of this beast. It's a Tour de France regular, a Critérium du Dauphiné regular, and we've done this climb before, and for a more in-depth review, if you click the link up here, we did a full climb on this last summer. We'll see you at the top. God, I always struggle on this climb. I think I've bonked. It's just the inconsistency of the gradient. One minute you're rolling downhill, next minute it's 12%. I think it averages about 9.5–10%. Jeez. This is the Col de Roseland over here, and the Col de Pré that winds up that glade towards it. So that's the summit. You can carry on up to the Col de Bisanne, but not for me today. I'm heading for the Saisies. So I'm over the top of the Saisies, and I'm rolling down the other side towards Crespeland. It's all downhill home for me now from here. Luckily I'm still in front of the thunderstorm, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to click subscribe, and please give us a thumbs up. Any questions, as usual, stick them in the comments below.